Social Truth, episode 4.2. I'm Andy Sikora.
And I'm Matt Kitchen. And this is Social Truth. I don't really have to tell you what it is because you probably should have saw it in episode 4.1. And if you didn't see it in episode 4.1, download 4.1. There should be a little link at the bottom.
It's a gem.
So we just did it and we liked it a lot.
We enjoyed it.
Can't go wrong. So we're just going to go straight into the first story. Let's do it.
All right.
Court rejects Davinci copy claim. The Davinci Code author Dan Brown did not breach the copyright of an earlier book, London's High Court has ruled.
Right.
So the thing with the Davinci Code is that it was recently undergoing some major lawsuits by these two guys who wrote this book called The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail, which was, I'm going to try not to be completely sarcastic about this, a non-fiction work on what the Davinci Code was written about, which the Davinci Code was written about the fact that Jesus, of Bible fame, married
Lord of the world,
married Mary, was it Magdalene?
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene had a baby,
had some kids,
and that bloodline lives on through today.
Camped out in Cancun. That part might not have been true.
Okay. What?
Might not
Seriously?
have been true. No, that part's not in there.
Okay. The best thing is I wrote the two blokes.
Who
wrote the premise of the Da Vinci Code because they're British. So I don't know.
I think this is the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. So these guys wrote a book in 1982 about a topic that they did not create or discover on their own, and now they're mad that this guy in the turtleneck is making billions of dollars.
Right.
Now, I don't know about you, but if we were going to write, well, let's just say we wanted to write a fictional work about the life of Jesus, is Rick Warren going to call us up and say, listen, I wrote The Purpose-Driven Life and you stole my idea?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not even close to the same analogy, but I understand
But
what
it's
you're
not
saying.
a new idea.
Right. Well, the fact is, the matter though is that the life of Jesus though is so.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. No, but I understand where you're going with that because you're right. Because the fact that it was written as a nonfiction source, like a text reference type of source,
right.
And so when people go do works of historical fiction, they have to research their topic and bring up nonfiction resources,
Sure.
which is what Dan Brown did, or actually
Right.
I think his wife did.
And Dan Brown just put on his turtleneck and wrote some books.
Exactly, because they have a good thing going on where
Right.
his wife does the research and he writes.
Good.
So historical fiction writers to basically to be copywriting nonfiction writers is just seems really weird for me, and
Sure.
I think the court made the right decision in the case. Although they could have sunk Davinci Code, I've been okay
These
with that
dudes
too.
look insane too.
Yeah, we're gonna put up a picture of these dudes who did it. You can see the dollar signs in their eyes
Yes.
and in their beards.
Yes, in their beards and in their. Okay, but this is the thing that I think more than anything, these guys wanted money. I don't know what your truth is.
My truth is money. It's always about the money.
Yeah.
So right on.
They're like, holy crap, that guy made a lot of money. Let's get in on this.
Let's get on it. Yeah. And so next story.
All right. Screaming intruder arrested on White House grounds. A screaming intruder was subdued at gunpoint at the White House grounds on Sunday while President Bush was at home. Okay, so there's this dude. It's not really hard for me to explain what happened. This dude in a God Bless America shirt jumps the fence at the White House.
Was he singing while he did it?
No.
Okay.
But then he started screaming, I am a victim of terrorism, and I have information the president needs to hear.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. The worst part, or the best part, is the quote that came from the White House press secretary, or whatever.
Sure.
He says, someone known, they asked who it was, he goes, it was someone known to us who has jumped the fence in the past. What is going on? Buy a fence? Hire some dudes with guns?
Can they not raise the fence up
Come
2 feet
on.
to stop that?
If a dude has jumped the fence in the
Did anyone
past,
jump the fence?
I guess so. I mean, this dude, I saw a picture of this dude on TV. Does not look highly athletic. Does not look like he's been working on his fence jumping skills.
I'll try to find a picture and post it.
Honestly, though, in the age we're living in, when there's a lot of people who are angry at the president, when there's a lot of people who hate America, when there's, all this stuff going on, don't you think it's more like there should be some sort of more security around the White House?
Yeah.
Because the president was in there chilling, eating some Funyuns, dude.
That are charged. Funyuns. I haven't had Funyuns in a while. That are charging you the fence some electricity.
Yes, do something.
So
the president had just gotten back from church and mountain bike riding, and
shut up.
That's what it says.
The president went mountain bike riding.
Let me show you right here. It says
he's like, Yeah, man,
Look,
just got back
let
from
me
some
read this
gnarly
quote.
hills.
Bush was in the executive mansion at the time, having returned several hours earlier from morning church services, followed by a mountain bike trek.
Where are there mountains in Washington, D.C.?
I don't know, but the president rides this stupid bike all the time.
He probably had some mountains built into
The second truth
White
is
House.
this. Can we get some more work for the president to do? Is it really necessary for him to be riding a mountain bike all the time?
Hey,
I'm sorry.
man's got to stay healthy.
I don't know if there was much truth in that story.
I liked it.
Okay.
Thumb up.
Buy some bigger fences.
Okay, next one.
Oh, this is me as well. I love this guy's name. Okay, here we go. Chirac scraps youth job contract. French President Jacques Chirac has announced that France will scrap a youth job contract that has provoked weeks of mass street protest and political crisis for the government. So there's this story that Matt posted about online that the French government basically has this this job contract or job bill that prevents people from, if you're 26 and under, you can get hired for lots of different jobs, but they have the right to fire you at any time without warning for 2 years.
Right. The premise of it was supposed to be a good thing because it allowed people to hire a lot easier, a lot quicker for people. And
because why not hire them? We'll just fire them.
Exactly. And the students, were having, it's a huge unemployment rate for like in the early 20-somethings.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, we'll get them some jobs easier. Problem is they had a clause of fact in there that you could fire them without warning.
Whenever.
Good call.
Yeah. I'd like a job I could lose in a minute.
And they don't have to give them any reason why.
Right.
Just we didn't like you.
So because of that, there's been tons of protests that turned into riots. And here's what one quote from a story I found, one Alpha Google News, not this one, says that at one mass protest riot, it says more than 500 police officers have been injured, including one who was hit in the face with a paving stone and another who suffered multiple facial fractures after being struck with an exercise weight.
Oh.
Okay, so they tell the 26-year-olds who are unemployed anyway, 26 and under, listen, you can have new jobs, but we'll fire you at any minute. And they're like, wait a second. Either they don't want jobs or they don't want to get fired. So they go, let's go protest and break some cops' faces.
These were some serious protests. Like, they were lighting cars on fire.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of stuff. So,
and this isn't in the last calendar year, there was another protest that turned into riots in October in France that lasted for like a week or two over the deaths of some lower class kids, young adults.
There was some racial tension because of the immigrants and stuff like that.
As soon as which
might be where we're going.
Yes. So as soon as they realized all these riots were taking place, I think they realized they had to change this law. And I don't know that it had much to do with the law as much as it has to do with, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of 20-year-olds burning down our city and breaking dudes' faces. Yeah. We got to do something about it.
This is interesting because at first I was semi-excited by the fact that they did repeal the law because I was like, oh, well, maybe this whole democratic thing works. They can get out, do some protests. I was thinking non-violent protests in my mind when I thought about that. And they got something done, for the people, by the people, blah, 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 good people. But maybe the fact that it was violent protests doesn't make me as confident in democracy as it was the government's afraid of its people.
It is afraid. I would be, if I'm Jacques Chirac, I'm afraid.
Which is back to the V for Vendetta thing we're
I
talking
would be
about.
afraid of my people. The other thing that it tells us is that anytime you want your way, in France at least, you just burn some cars and hit some dudes in the face with paving stones.
Yeah.
Parking.
Should they not have given up then to that, or?
I don't know.
Because the right thing to do is repeal a stupid law because
it's a stupid law.
It's a very dumb law.
Yeah.
But the fact that they just gave in to
violence.
Yeah, is at the same time.
It seems like France again is showing that they're weak.
Yeah, but there was a student committee that was formed, and they actually went into talks with the president and stuff like that. So it wasn't. The whole thing was not like they just revolted.
But I just feel like the revolt was the thing.
Right. The revolt was unfortunately the thing that sticks out the most in our minds.
All right, that's good.
So that's good. That's it. So check it out. Just go to socialtruth.com, post, register, and get all that good stuff going on the website. Download our things. Tell your friends about us, please. We're begging.
Yeah, listen. You tell your friends. You email us 10 friends that you've recruited to Social Truth.
$1.
I was just gonna say say their name.
Oh, we'll say your name and give you $1.
He'll give you $1. I'm poor.
We'll work that out. And call us at 773-598-TRUE, 773-598-8783.
Local call in Chicago.
And email us at socialtruth@gmail.com.